Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that it chose to join me today next to the Beast of Winter. We're doing a DLC. I think the first DLC I've ever done in this game. So yeah, we're in the southeast part of the world. We fought some, well, we didn't. We died, well, and then we reloaded. We died against a really awful monster on the western side of the map, and then we came more or less to the center side of the map. Center side? That's words. And yeah, there's a glacier over here. I say glacier, it's not. It's a iceberg, and apparently people live on top of the iceberg, which and we know this.
Worry not. No need to...
I don't know how we know this. I mean, we know that people live here. I don't know how this is an iceberg, but there's ice. What do we have over here? The White Dead Wens. Yeah, we met somebody that came from the White Dead Wens. That's to the west of where we are. Mainland, I would think. Maybe continent or whatnot. Saint Waidwen. Yeah, that's the... Talks about Eothas and how he possessed Waidwen, and then...
Dusk Speaker!
That's ours.
I'd like to speak if you've a moment.
Yeah, that's us. I do have a moment. Did you say if you've a moment? That's okay. I know English enough to know that's okay. It does make me very uncomfortable that you say that. What do we have over here? Fish dart in the waters far below the ice. It's fishing holes, I believe.
You are the Dusk Speaker, Nye?
The willowy Glamfelon searches you desperately. I think maybe Glamfelon is a type of elf. And not a country. They're not from a country. That would be the Glamfathans, maybe? It's complicated to know the distinctions because they have multiple, specifically the Glamfathans, or the Air Glamfathans. Again, I don't know. They have a lot of weird words that they use in the first game a lot. I am.
Well, we all could, actually. We could really use your aid.
Her fingers play at one of her braids.
There's another group up top, on top of the ice, I mean, high above the watch. They attack anyone they see, us included. They make it very difficult to get to Rimmergund's temple, among other things.
Who exactly are these other people?
Another group of Rimmergund's worshippers. We call them the Lost Pilgrims.
Why are they so hostile? Where did these pilgrims come from?
They're from the land as well. They came here a few decades before we did, on much the same mission. When none returned, we thought them all dead.
I don't know about this mission. Why are they so hostile?
Wal only knows. They seem to think they're protecting something. Like the flow is sacred. Nivadir thinks they've all gone a bit mad out here all alone. Or that something in the ice is rotting their minds.
I'll see what I can do about them. A huge smile splits the elf's face as she clasps her hands together.
Finally, good news! You've no idea how rare a thing that is. The pilgrims keep camp in the ruins atop the ice wall. High Harbinger Vatnir can explain how to get up there, if he hasn't already. Was there something else you wanted to know?
What do you do here at Harbinger's watch?
Whatever needs doing. Odds and ends and such.
I thought I was asking more of a general question, like what do you people do here? But
the whole community works together to survive. I hunt, I weave, I roast a delicious isai.
You seem very young to be out here. She snorts, crossing her arms and squaring her shoulders.
I'll have you know, I've nearly 60 winters behind me. More than you, I'd reckon.
Probably. I think Orlands don't last very long. Or is it dwarves? I don't remember. Yeah.
I've been here for a solid 10 winters already. Came looking for... well, something I've not found yet.
She glances away.
Strictly, speaking in a religious sense.
I see. Well, farewell then. Let me continue stealing all of your water and whatnot. That's not really considered stealing. So I'm not stealing her water or whatnot. I'm just, plucking the fruits of my labor is what I'm doing, right? My labor, specifically. Ooh, nah, just a purple cape and a Valiant hat, which would be clothing enough for everybody. Or for anybody, I should say. So we came from there, and this goes back. So these would be just the... They have a name for this. They have a name. the people historically who use this sort of underground dwellings, they have a specific name for that, and it's not barrows, I don't think. But these people seem very inspired in Swedish, maybe Norwegian culture, maybe not culture, just sort of architecture at the very least, and accents, as far as I can tell, anyway. And then, yeah. Okay, at least there's no skull of a god up there, because this reminds me a lot of the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. I've been reading up on Abaddon specifically, and trying to understand things that I didn't understand, even on my second playthrough of the first game. And remember how I said that this game just sort of says, "Oh, Abaddon died." Well, it's kind of complicated. You can't say it like that when the gods just come back. It's really complicated, specifically because Elthas didn't come back, but Abaddon did. Abaddon did come back, and that's the storyline of the expansion of the first game. So, yeah, the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. That's where we see a body of Abaddon, and he just went on and made another body for himself, and we have all that in the first game. But of course, I didn't remember him being dead forever, because he's not dead forever. He's still alive. It's just a little bit weird so far as he doesn't remember part of what he was, and certainly all that happened, and certainly the things that make Ondra be a jerk, because she is. Harbinger Halfjorden. Is that N? Is the N the mute one at the end? So it'd be Arfjord? Or is I'm thinking of Swedish rules of pronunciation. I think it's the G at the end. What's going on with my formation? Why is Ishiza always weird? Yeah, I think it's the G at the end. That's mute.
Go! Vatnir awaits.
I'm sure they do. Okay, so we have Harbinger's Dwelling, and seriously, that is really okay. That's where we got in, and then we have the Harbinger's Retreat, and we've got a lot of Harbinger's. Okay, let's go in and explore the rest after we come back, because I mean, normally I would explore the outside before I go in, but it doesn't matter. I played enough games to know that never. Sometimes it does, but it's mostly. This game doesn't.
You must be our honored guest. Vatnir said to expect you.
So let's see what the heck that is. The Gottvatgur. An Ordyoma greeting, meaning good to meet you. Ah, okay. I thought it was gonna be like another version of the gods that they praise instead of the normal version of the gods, and they have. Yeah, that's not the case here. The man stands from his fire and brushes his hands together, a smile splitting his patchy ice-colored beard.
Not that he said I should expect so many. No matter, room will be made. If there is anything you require, you need but ask. I will strive to deliver. Oh, and before I forget, a welcoming gift.
Valbredur rummages, that's his name, Harbinger Valbredur, rummages among the furs and presses a bundle into your hands. And now I have robes, which are nice, I suppose. They're just normal robes. And, oh, I got a hood as well. That is less nice. That one, that's like the person we first saw when we came in here did have one of those things in their head, and that was awful. Because it's like a horror movie. And that's absolutely Swedish accent, right? Am I wrong on that? I don't know. I know a few Swedish people, and they sound like that. I mean, I know the voices of a few Swedish people. That's probably how I should put it. Oh, this is just a tavern. Okay, you're here because of your beliefs? Did he say that, actually? No, he did not. I'm just gonna ask that. You can ask that of literally anybody in any situation, but this person and this situation is the person and situation that I chose to ask this of.
Of course. Aren't you?
It's kind of complicated. And to some extent, sort of, yes, but also, what do you mean beliefs? I'm here because actually, wait a minute. What do you mean beliefs? Vatnir said to expect you. Wait a minute. Vatnir is not a person? And I'm immediately accusing you of making it up? By putting it in the terms of beliefs? Surely not. No. What is he talking about? I'm here because Vatnir invited me.
He casts no summoning spell, no binding rite. Your coming was of your own accord. Death walks in hand with life in the white that wends. The priests of the wheel would have you believe they follow one after the other. It is not so. I found a rift once, at the bottom of the world, and in it a camp, a clan's worth of Glamfellan, huddled and still. Their stories, their blood, their ambitions, none persevere. I chase not the end, but accept its inevitability. It is a thing to be celebrated, like the ending of an epic finely sung. Vatnir understands that, so I follow his lead. Come, shake off the snow, warm yourself at the hearth.
I'm not sure I understand any of what you just said, my friend, but I need supplies.
What I have is yours, for trade or coin, until the end comes.
That's not how what I have is yours works. But thank you for the... thank you for the sentiment. These people. Okay, so let's sell things that we don't need. We absolutely need that. We have an Agasword over there that I kind of want to keep. A Superb Dagger. Am I keeping Superb stuff? No, I'm not. I'm never going to use these. I did Superb Quarterstaff. Yeah, whatever. Let's just keep the Naga Blade. And the Harbinger's Robes. I'm gonna hang on to that one. Just in case we need those. And Cape, then I can sell these and that. And that one, I'm going to hang on to it as well. And what do you sell? Not much. Solution. Alchemists often require specific measured components for both mixing and developing compounds. They store those that remain stable in bottles sealed with wax and cork. Wise alchemists label their solutions carefully. Yeah, by naming them things that are not solution. It's like that does sound like wait, I'm getting that much money? My god, I'm getting that much money. Seafood stew. I like that a little bit. I mean, not there's versions. Seafood is one thing, fish is another. And you can make fish stew, and you can make seafood stew, and you can make it all together and call it seafood stew or fish stew, because it's or another name altogether. What do we have? A permafrost shard. Now that's important here. On rare occasions, ice blights will collapse into themselves. This summons 2 greater ice blights? Man, I need to look at these items. Not that they're going to help me, mind you, but I still need to look at these items. Well, I say not that they're going to help me. They're a really nice buffer for damage against, well, giants made of metal that have ridiculous levels of defense. What are my level? Look at that. I have 126 on the reflex. Although that's not... Yeah, look at that. I need 50. 50 more to be sort of on par with their defense. It's incredible. And never mind the penetration level. So I think for that boss, we're going to need, like, Empower. Because that's something I never use, but it's probably key for the way the game works. Emulator. What the heck? Oh, it's a bomb. It's probably key for the way the game works is empowering your people. Just clicking that. Empower yourself to refill half of your extended resources, or empower a spell or ability to grant a large power level bonus. Empower may only be used on each character once per encounter and are restored on rest. Yeah, but it doesn't say about the empowered attacks, which the game talks about quite a lot. This Aurochs skull is tightly affixed to these wooden planks, and I can examine it. You can barely make out a small lever tucked within the recesses of the skull's left eye. Something stirs beneath the boards as you... What did I do to it? I pulled the lever, yes. And your attention shifts to the northern wall at the sound of a hidden mechanism realigning. Fortunately, there's nobody on the other side. Ooh, spices. Lovely. Okay, that goes well with the fish. Or the seafood. Well, actually not. Well, if you know what you're doing. It's... Yeah. I have absolutely zero experience cooking seafood or fish. So I wouldn't even know. A stone idol over here. Oh, it's a quest item. A simple statue depicting the beast of winter. There's no obvious enchantment or blessing, so its value is either spiritual or ornamental in nature. Or it could also be the material. What do you call a material value? Because it's still not, it's not intrinsic to the material. It's just, like gold. You know what I mean? So it's not, gold is only valuable as much as we say it's valuable. So, but it's still the material, right? So a statue could be materialistically valuable? I'm not sure. Anyway, beer has been spilled everywhere, even on the spoiled food. A book of holy symbols has barely escaped the mess. Don't do that. Why don't you keep your books away from food? That's awful. Please don't do that. Especially... Okay. Oh yeah, it's another one of these.
And why shouldn't we fear death? What offers death save erasure?
Are you saying that? No, I think that's their spiel is like that. They fear death, but they still embrace it, and it's like, yeah. The man speaking before the room wears the same tattered robes as his gathered congregants, but his head is wrapped in soiled strips of linen.
I return to life cleansed of experience and understanding, ignorant, set to suffer again, to repeat our mistakes endlessly, to fail. But the beast would spare us this suffering, would offer us succor, mercy.
His head bows slightly.
But it seems our guest has arrived. Come, Dusk Speaker, join our circle.
I think dusk here means the end of time or something like that. And I'm like,
look upon the Dusk Speaker and be glad, brothers and sisters, for she heralds an end to your suffering.
I cometh before you, but what would be the you? The? Is that the plural version? Or is that the singular version? I don't know. Anyway, to deliver you... Oh, that would be still you, though. From thine anguish, or something. I don't know. I don't know enough. I'm your Dusk Speaker... Wait. I'm nobody's holy woman, I'm gonna say.
Rarely do we who are chosen have a say in the matter of our choosing. I present to you the Watcher of Cadnua, mother of the Defiance Bay riots, in whose wake fell the Hollowbone curse upon the Deerwood.
That it did? Wait, fell? Wait a minute, that's funny. I seem to recall ending the curse.
Who dethroned Lord Radric, rightful Thane of Gilded Vale, plunging that land into anarchy.
Well...
You mean there's alternatives to government by brawling? We don't get to see a lot of places that have their act together.
I killed him twice. Like, I did... And they certainly didn't get... I don't know what to say. Also, I'm not sure if Radric was government, but still. Better anarchy than tyranny. Yeah, especially considering Radric. And, all the things in the beginning of the first game.
Who scattered the faithless, blood-drinking Ethignal.
I did kill them all, yes. That was, yeah. These are the Ethignal, I believe, is the tribe of Vergalan Fathans that I mention every once in a while. That basically do drink blood, and it was super creepy, and also I wasn't sure about anything there, and also they attacked me, and I killed them all. Except for one person, I think. There was one person that stood there. That's how I respond to insane cults. Historically speaking, that would apply very well to my character.
And whose very stone and soil gave rise to the great green giant that even now strides across the Deadfire.
Oh, for the love of... He destroyed my castle. The gathered congregants whisper prayers, hands raised in thankful supplications to the Beast of Winter. I don't think he's... By the way, I don't think he's saying mean things about me. I think he's being like, yeah, she kills everything. Anyway, Vatnir raises a hand to the murmur and the murmurs begin to die down.
Full glad are they to see you, Watcher, for they came to pay homage to Rimurgand and bear witness to the final dissolution of Eora by his hand. Your coming fulfills prophecy. Wheresoever strides the Dusk Speaker, so falls falsehood torn away, so discards false cycles, so quiets dawn and dusk. I've high hopes for you.
Wait a minute. Dawn and Dusk, that's Elthas. Hiccups. That's Elthas. Did you talk about Elthas? Do you have the entry here? Please? No? Okay. I don't... Does he? There it is. Yeah. No, he doesn't talk specifically about the Elthas. So Quiet's Dawn and Dusk. I think Elthas is the god of Dawn and Dusk, specifically. And the cycles. Huh. Why are you all so eager to die?
It's not death we seek. It's oblivion. The final, quiet calm in which all things stand evened and equaled. Escape from the endless, torturous cycle of death and rebirth.
Yeah, that's... Well, you're sort of pulling the rug under me, mate. When I said death, I meant death from the cycle. That's... I mean, I knew we'd do that. I knew they're all about that. The end. So basically, Rimmergand, every time a soul gets reborn, it gets eroded a little bit, and at the end, Rimmergand claims all souls and all soul essence, and it is pretty much how he's saying it, how he's putting it. Although again, it's the whole entropy thing, which is applied correctly in this case. Just not so much in the frozen things or whatnot. Although, actually, that wouldn't be... That's thematically speaking, it actually makes a lot of sense to be, ice and cold for entropy, the heat death things and whatnot. It's still not how entropy physically works, but still. So, yeah, that's what he means. He means, he wants to die. His soul wants to die. No, I mean, he wants his soul to die. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm not here to end the world.
Precisely my point. Whether or not you mean to cause chaos, chaos follows in your wake. You're chosen, whether or not you choose to be. Now, if we may have the pleasure of your company, Dusk Speaker, we've prepared a feast, at least by the standards of our humble means, for your...
His words are cut off by a tremor that rocks the floor beneath your feet.
The messenger returns!
Vatnir points towards the sanctuary's entrance.
Go forth and bear witness to his message! Don't leave me behind!
Here for me.
These people are something else. Wait. This is not part of a...
The messenger awaits you. I shall follow close behind.
I don't think he shall. He was weird. He said, bear. Nobody says bear. Huh. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm being facetious here. He was hesitant in his way, and even in that line that he told us then, he was still hesitant. I think I'm not sure.
He returns!
Of course, it's a freaking dragon.
So close.
Such grace, such majesty.
You do realize that's only gonna get you reborn again, right?
No, don't leave. Come back.
Well, I guess I should have looted the whole area before I got in there.
They're happy? These folks are making the Scanites look downright reasonable.
It's a very good point. Very good point. The Scanites are weird. Well, at least they died on the part that I had explored. The Scanites are also, they're... Well, I was going to say they're also horrible. In a different way. They are also horrible, for sure, but they're horrible because they just want to kill people and be awful. Such glory, says that person. Can I do anything? Oh. Maybe. The ice beast arrives. And we got treasure. And well, I say treasure. Not really. Just fish. And there's more over there. Okay. So how do I get down there? No. Before I get down there, I'm gonna loot all these bodies because I'm happy. Hi. Do you talk?
The messenger returns.
Wow, they left all their stuff. Well, that's all mine now. And they're naked in the ground, on the ground. So it's through here that we go. Oh, there's another dead person over there. So this, I don't know if this is an Arctic dragon. It looks all raggedy. Even in the loading screen, it looked different somehow than the one we saw in the first game. The dragon, or this rotting shell shaped like a dragon, turns a glowing eye upon you. You feel its gaze upon your soul, prying at your spirit. A low growl rumbles from its maw. Though menacing, the snarl does not resolve into words. What are you doing to these people? The creature snorts, an unmistakably derisive sound accompanied by flickering purple light from its rotting nostrils, and lifts one of the dead harbingers to its mouth. It bites the elf's arm off. In my experience, dragons usually love the sound of their own voice. The dragon shifts its weight, crushing snow and ice beneath its clawed feet as it turns on you. No! Well, I guess we're gonna fight the messenger. We're gonna do it next episode, though. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.